We just got a bunch of new information about Pokemon Champions in the brand new Pokemon Presents that we got today on Pokemon Day. Now, let's go ahead and break it down for everybody. We have a bunch of new information, a bunch of new things to go over, and I am excited for what this means for VGC and how soon we'll be able to start everything off. To start off, though, there was two different trailers. The first trailer, everybody watching the present, going over a little bit about like connectivity, how you can have a Switch and someone else can have a phone and you guys can still battle it out. Now, it did show a lot of single battles, and I'm kind of scared for that because I'm expecting this to be really good for VGC, but I understand they want to make it so that the casual player also wants to be a part of it, so I'm okay with that. We can see this little tournament that they're doing at this kid's house, which honestly, if my friends would have done that with me as a kid, it would have been lit, but I was the only one with a Game Boy, so we just kind of had to share mine. It's also showing you how you can take it anywhere, be doing anything, and still enjoy yourself. And how many people can actually enjoy this. It's showing everybody different types, different walks of life, and everyone's just enjoying Pokemon, which is pretty cool. One of the things that I found super interesting watching this is that there's a lot of Pokemon from Pokemon ZA that are being shown. We have Megas, we have a lot of cool things from ZA. And I was almost going to say that it was probably a ZA Dex for Pokemon Worlds here in a little bit. You see that? April. But what happened was that Japan got their own special trailer that we did not get in the present. It's on the Japanese Pokemon YouTube channel. And man, it was really cool. Let's go ahead and watch that and break that down as well. We start with this huge globe type of like arena. We get Pokemon we didn't see in the last one. Dondozo, Tatsugiri. People just fighting in the middle of the street, basically. Victini. And this is where I was like, oh, we're getting a story mode. She looks like the champion. I love her glasses, by the way. She's so cool. And then this guy right here. That was a Master Ball, and hearts came out of it, which is kind of crazy because we haven't been able to customize Pokeballs since Generation 4. Incineroar, the GOAT of VGC, is here, by the way. Wolf Glick, you cannot save yourself. You have to use this thing. Alright, so we got a release date, which is April 2026. Alongside that, we are right now in February, end of February. So that really leaves 1 month in between. In March, the last Regulation F and Scarlet and Violet regionals will be happening in Houston. And it's going to be wild. That will be the very last stretch, the very last thing that you can expect from Regulation F and from Scarlet and Violet. From there on, it is going to be Pokemon Champions. Now, this is super exciting. Another thing that they were really, really eager to share with you is the connectivity. You are going to be able to transfer Pokemon from Legends ZA, from Scarlet and Violet, into Home, from Fire Red, Leaf Green, into Home, and send those Pokemon into Champions. Now, this is very important, and we'll talk a little bit more about it here in a minute when we come to recruiting Pokemon, but it is going to be wild. Now, on top of just having the ecosystem of Pokemon being the main thing, they also want you to know how easy it is for you to be a player. You could be just like me with my Switch here, or you could be in the middle of nowhere, as long as you have cell signal, playing Pokemon, battling it out. And that is the beauty of this. It doesn't matter the age you are. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what device you're on. You can go ahead and be part of it. So on top of having the ecosystem of Pokemon connectivity, We also have we can connect from almost any device. So, one of the main points that we are excited about is the customization. Customization is going to be huge. As you can see here in some screenshots that we got from some situations on Twitter, because they were not really leaks, but they weren't really shown because they're trying to kind of hide all these things from us. This is on the Japanese website, and they have a bunch of extra things that we don't get. But as you can see, you can choose a battle pose for after you finish a battle. You can customize your outfit the whole 9 yards. Like, you can go all of it, just color, hair, eyes, like anything that you want, which is super cool. Now we need to talk about the Pokemon Champions currency. There is really 4 types of currency, with one of them being the victory points that you're going to see mostly. Then we also have training tickets. You can see the little orange ticket right there. Then we have recruiting tickets, which is the little pink ones right there. And then we have quick tickets, which you can see at the bottom. Now, you're going to probably be using all of these for different things in Pokemon, but it's good for you to start familiarizing yourself with them. So let's go over it real quick again. Victory points, which you can use to pay for things. You have quick tickets, which you could use to fast forward between times of getting your new lot of Pokemon. Recruiting tickets, which you can use to recruit a Pokemon. And training tickets, which you can use to train your Pokemon. Let's move straight into recruiting Pokemon. So, every single day, you're going to get a new lineup of Pokemon that you can pick from. That means you can pick one of these Pokemon to recruit. That is my assumption so far, and that is what it seems to be showing. We are not 100% sure how many of these Pokemon you can get, but from the looks of it, you can get one. So, most of the time you're going to be using VP to get these Pokemon from these lineups. When you do, basically what you're going to do is you're going to either pay with VP, or you're going to go ahead and pay with a recruitment ticket. The other thing you could do is you can choose to get something and then immediately pay with the quick tickets so that you can go, or the coupons, so that you can fast forward, because there's 22 hours in between each lineup. So if you get a lineup, you have to wait 22 hours so you can get the next one, unless you use those quick coupons. So it's super convenient for you if you just want to speed through it. The way of getting these things is a little bit unknown so far. A lot of us think that it's probably going to be with VP. Others think it's going to be with purchases. Which brings me to the battling part of it. Because, the starter pack of it. Because the starter pack, so far from what we know, will give you a new box, which we don't know if it's 30 or 80 Pokemon, but it will give you another extra box. It will give you 50 of the training coupons or tickets. It will give you 50 of the tickets that you can use to get a Pokemon. And then it will also give you a special music. So this is supposed to be the starter pack, and it will be a one-time purchase that you can get at the beginning. Now, it says 30 here for the recruitment tickets, but really, I've seen a lot of sources say that it's 50. So you will get an extra box, so like a whole nother space for your Pokemon, the song, and the 2 different types of tickets, which is pretty cool. What we're going to move on to next is the battling. As you can see, it looks really nice. The graphics are like way better than what we have right now in Scarlet and Violet. The moves, it still shows you if something is super effective. It shows you the PP, the typing. Everything is optimized to look the best. You have your timer there, the move info, battle info. None of that has changed. You also get to see your opponent's time. And on top of that, the way that it looks, it's going to be set up so that they can do a lot of casual battling. Now, obviously, we are focused on the double battles for VGC, but the way they're going to be making money is by getting a lot of the common people to play. The people that just want to have fun, maybe single battles, maybe a couple double battles here and there, but mainly it's just going to be casual players. So they're trying to show that off to them. Now, when it comes to training, right? Remember, we have VP and then we have the training tickets that we can use. And it looks like we have everything that we normally always have. We have stats that we can adjust. We have the different abilities. We have the different moves. And then we have the different natures. So we have everything that we normally have on a Pokemon. And it looks like we are able to adjust all of it. We've seen on different trailers how they are adjusting the stats on everything individually. And it looks like you can still do like the PP on moves, so we still might be able to max those out. If we take a deeper dive though, it is super interesting the way that we're going to be able to do this, because we can purchase a Pokemon with VP or our tickets, and then we can use the other tickets, which is the training tickets, so that we can go ahead and edit all of this. So it's going to be super cool. Now, while we were watching these, we didn't get it, but the Japanese people ended up getting the abilities for the starters from ZA, their Mega Evolutions. They ended up getting their abilities. So Greninja is Protein. It keeps that ability. It doesn't hurt it, but it doesn't really help it. Levitate for Delphox. This one hurts because Delphox has one of the cooler designs, and it got an ability that kind of stops it from using Expanding Force in a proper way. For Expanding Force, you have to be grounded for it to be a spread move, and now it won't be. And Bulletproof on Mega Chestnut is the same ability it already had, so really the only one that got changed was Delphox, and it got actually nerfed with that ability. So let's move on to the gimmicks. Now that we're talking about the Pokemon and we're talking about what's going on, gimmicks are here. As you can see, we have our Omni Ring to the left, and in that Omni Ring, we're going to have all of the gimmicks. You can see Z moves are present there, Mega Evolution, and here's a couple of Megas that have been shared already. We're going to have Terastallization. The first trailer had Dondozo Terastallizing versus Mega Charizard, so we can expect all of them to be here. But what does that really mean for us? Well, regulations. Regulations are going to be in effect. Like I mentioned earlier, Regulation F is going to end next month. And then we might have Regulation MA, which is a regulation that is going to be only for champions. And that's going to basically do the same thing like a regulation in Scarlet and Violet. It's going to tell you what Pokemon are legal, what you can use. Maybe it dictates what kind of gimmicks you can use. Oh, this one you can use Terastallization and you can use Mega Evolution. Oh, this other one you can only use Dynamax. Oh, this other one you can only use Z moves. That's going to make the game interesting for a long time. Different regulations are also probably going to allow different Pokemon. At some point we might get restricted, at other points we might not get restricted, so it's going to be interesting. And it's something that I am 100% on board with, because I think that if you could just use all of them all the time, it would become really hard to play, and it would just make everybody run the same 6 Pokemon, because it would just be the best Pokemon, right? Now, this is going to be the official software for Worlds. What does that mean? That one of these competitors that I have on the screen, if not a completely different one, and these were the people that I thought would win EUIC, they all didn't, so I just reused the image. But it means that one of the competitors that is going to be at Worlds is going to be winning, and they're going to be doing it on Pokémon Champions, because that is the official software they're going to use at Worlds 2026. So, Worlds is going to be awesome. VGC is taking an awesome turn. We're going to have more people interested in it than ever, which means new players, more prize money. The ecosystem is going to grow, more regionals. The more interest there is, the better it is for us players. Now, on top of that, we have to remember that this app needs to make money. So, a couple of ways that they're going to do that is they're going to introduce a battle pass. Now, a battle pass is something cool for people that are VGC specific, and also for those people that are just casuals or single players that are probably going to use this as well. So, a battle pass is going to work just like Fortnite, if you've ever played Fortnite, or just like the Pokemon Go one, if you ever played the Pokemon Go, they have locked ones that are not free, and then they have some tiers that are free. The top tier is showing what it would look like if you have the free. The bottom tiers are showing what it would look like when you have the paid version. So, Mega Stones are going to be redeemable here. Pokemon will be redeemable here, but they're going to be locked. They're going to be like something special. Specific Mega Stones are also going to be locked if they're like busted, I'm guessing. So, it's going to be something to look forward to. Now, you don't have to spend any money. You can play for free. And if you have Embor already, you can send one over from your game. But if you don't, and this is the only way that you play, because that might be a reality for some people, it's just Pokemon Champions, this is going to be a fun way for them to get the things as well. On top of that, we're going to get a story mode. Now, remember the trailer we just said? We just watched the second one from Japan? Well, this is one of the characters. Now, I don't read Japanese, so I can't tell you what the name of this character is, but he looks amazing. And he has Incineroar, the most broken Pokemon ever, in this screenshot with Incineroar in the back, looking ominous. I just love this character, bro. This is probably Wolf Glick in disguise. If you, like, he takes it off and it's, hello, it's Wolf. But honestly, this is amazing. And I can't wait for the story mode, because it's going to add a little bit of fun, right? It's not just going to be a simulator where you can play battles. It's also going to be its own thing. On top of that, we have what it looked like to me was a champion. Remember, she threw the Master Ball with hearts that came out of it, which we haven't been able to customize Pokeballs since Generation 4, which is interesting because the Master Ball doesn't release hearts, so that's going to be cool if we can do that. But she seems to be the main protagonist / champion. I love her glasses. If they make those in real life, I would buy a pair. And I think that this is really good because we have the both dynamics. Just a really awesome player that's really good character, and then we have the champion. On top of that, we have a couple of other key characters that we can see here. I'm guessing the one in the middle is going to be the one that runs the ranch, where you can get your daily lineup. And then we have the 30-year-old Pokemon fan to the top over there. I'm just kidding, but I felt represented by this guy here in the game. So, and then we have this other person that I don't exactly know what they do, but it seems like they kind of show you around, or they kind of help you out, right? So these are a couple of those characters, and here we have like official artwork for them. So I just think these are super cool characters. They look really cool. But let me know what you guys think. Are you excited for Pokemon Champions? Is there anything that I missed? Drop it in the comments down below. And I will catch you guys on the next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm out.